let's do this.
Something to do, but so I'm back. I'm doing this again, and so I'm recording some of these drawings I have as assignments, just because I'm here, and I might as well record them, right? Might as well. Like I said, I don't really know what this program. I'm woefully. It's weird that I'm going to school and I don't know what my program does exactly. I think it's like a combination between interior design and architecture. I won't have like an actual architecture like certification or degree after I'm done. It's just a 4-year program, and architecture degrees are usually like a 5-year master's level thing, but I could easily go into an architecture master's program after this if I so wanted to, but I will wait until I finish this to decide that, I think. Basically, these drawings I'm doing here are for my history and theory of design class, which is mostly a lecture class, but we also have to do some sketchbook entries where as we go through the various, we're just kind of progressing, starting at the prehistoric age and going up to a certain point in history where we look at the different eras and epochs in the history and theory of design, right? Starting at prehistoric and going up to, like ancient Roman and Greek, the Byzantine, early Christian, moving forward. And so some of these drawings I've already done. I think I have to do 10 of them for the whole class. I've already done 5 of them, and in this video you can see that I'm doing the final 5 that I have to do for the whole semester. So it felt good to get those out of the way. I did all these in just about across the span of about 2 days. So I just wanted to do them, get them all out of the way. They're not due for another month, but now I don't have to worry about it. I mean, does anyone else prefer that when they give you all the assignments that are due, like ahead of time, so you can just sit down and pump them out? I like that, because then it's not hanging over my head. That's probably my least favorite thing about school and homework, is that feeling of something you have to do in the back of your head, and then every night I lay down to sleep and try to, lay down in bed and try to fall asleep, my mind starts racing about all the things I need to do. So when I do those things and get them out of the way, I fall asleep just a little bit quicker and rest and sleep just a little bit deeper, right? So tonight, I'll sleep well, because that's a whole big semester's worth of homework done. I think in this video I do drawings from, I draw the Pantheon, from ancient, the Roman Republic. I do a Japanese pagoda, part of a Japanese temple. I think I did a bit of a Byzantine drawing. I think it's pronounced Hagia Sophia. It looks like, the American way to pronounce it would be Hagia Sophia, but I think it's, of course it's in Istanbul, Turkey, so Hagia Sophia maybe, probably. And then I do an abbey in France, which is more of a Romanesque drawing. And then finally I do a Renaissance building, the Florence Cathedral, which also has a bit of a Gothic look to it. And then finally I close it out drawing a weird chair, which is not for my theory and history of design class. Is that what it's called? Anyways, that's for my chair class, because I also have a chair making class, which has gone online also, and it's hard to make chairs online, and that chair making class has become a lot more theoretical and philosophical in nature, so I'm still, the teachers kind of let us loose. I guess they're called professors in college. I still kind of find myself calling them teachers sometimes, but anyways, the professors kind of let us loose in what feels like it might be more of a graduate school kind of format, where we can kind of choose our own projects and lay out some work for ourselves and decide what we want to do ourselves. So I'm still kind of feeling that out, what I want to do about the concept of chairs and sitting and what that means, because it can mean a lot of different things, but I haven't really settled on anything, and I need to work on that and feel it out a little bit more. But no, I really enjoy drawing these buildings, okay? There was a point, you've probably already seen it, where I forgot to record when I was drawing the Japanese Pagoda, which is unfortunate, so you missed a bit of that. But this is the second reason why this is a lot different than my normal videos is because I don't, if you've watched many of my videos, you'll know that I don't normally do representational drawings. That is, I don't usually look at things and then try to replicate them in my drawings, you know. I don't try to draw things that are supposed to look like specific other things. So it was a little bit different mentally. I found it a lot more difficult to just sit down and get started sometimes, just because for some reason it's just not as fun at first. It's kind of like somehow, when I was younger, you know, I had to take showers when I was younger, and for some reason, showers felt like such a chore. And I thought, oh, I have to take a shower, I don't want to shower, but once you finally get into the shower, it's great, right? I don't know what it is in the back of my mind sometimes. The same thing happened with these drawings. Like, it's hard to get started. Like, I would feel uninspired and lazy. I don't know, I didn't want to do it. But then once I got started with the drawings and actually got going, it was fun and I enjoyed it. Obviously, I think another reason why I don't maybe enjoy it as much as my regular drawing could just be because I'm less comfortable with it. Obviously, the things we're most comfortable with, we have the most experience with, we've done the most, are sometimes the things we have the most fun doing, just because, you know, that's our comfort zone. And this is a little bit outside my comfort zone, but it was very interesting to see how a lot of things did carry over from the non-representational drawing I've been doing for years into the kind of drawing. Even in my weird doodles and aimless sketches, I still have for a long time tried to embrace the idea of adding depth and form and shadow and shape. And so that all these buildings have those features, right? Also, you might notice that in the assignment for these, I needed to, you know, not only draw it, but kind of analyze them a little bit with the various, the form, like the flow, how they're constructed, how they're, you know, the general shape, the organization of the building, any I don't know, just there are certain books we've had assigned to us by Francis Ching, I think is the name of the person who makes these books, which are incredibly well illustrated. Like, I have a bunch of these books by Francis Ching, if you're familiar with this person, and I am just floored by how many high-quality drawings this person has done to fill all of these books about architectural illustration and stuff like that. Really cool drawings that I like looking at. But anyways, in these books, there's a certain like vocabulary about architecture and design that we're supposed to be, you know, using, which is why I would, you know, use words in my little labels like centralized organization and, you know, section view, or, you know, that I would mention certain parts where a cylinder and draw little simplified forms of the layouts with little center lines and arrows showing the flow of the, you know, like where the symmetry is, and the flow of people in and out of the building, and the various shapes that are stacked up and out. Up on top of each other, stacked, alternating forms, you know, squares on top of triangles, on top of squares, etc. It's all very interesting. It's hard to explain because, of course, I don't completely understand it yet. I'm still a freshman. Also, we've been learning about all the different, you know, forms and ways that churches, various cathedrals, which are a huge chunk of architectural history, have been constructed, you know, with the various layouts, like the Latin cross or the Greek cross, stuff like that, and domes. You know, this last drawing has Brunelleschi's dome, very famous dome. Anyways, I don't really know what to say about it all, but I guess ultimately this is also a cool video for me because, like some of my other videos in my homework I have done in the past, it is essentially, you know, because I put some YouTube ads, YouTube gives me a cut of the ad revenue. This is essentially me using my homework to make school pay for itself. So thanks for watching, everyone. You're helping me pay for my tuition by watching me do my schoolwork with this stuff. So Okay, hello and welcome to the Peter Draws video. When Peter asked me to come down and do a little intro for one of his videos, I told him, Peter, you already have so many characters and you just want me to come down and be another one of the crowd? Absolutely, I said. So here we are. I am thrilled to be here. Thrilled to be a part of whatever is going on here. There we go. To be here with you, to shed a little bit of my skin. That feels better. And now, for the featured content, a video of Peter drawing. Let's go. Hello everybody, I am Peter, and I draws. Hope you're all doing well today. It's good to see you. I'm doing a series of 3 drawings today. Partly because just once I got started I couldn't stop, but it did take me a while to get started. In fact, I drew for about 4 hours today, but it took me almost that long to get started also. It was a little bit rough. Look, I sat down this morning. Actually, when I'm saying today, it all actually happened yesterday. That's usually how it happens for these videos. I sit down, I draw, I get almost all of the drawing done in one day. I just power through, I get it done. Sometimes 2 days, right? Sometimes the drawing takes 2 days, but then it might have been 2 days ago. It's like a stage. I do the drawing, and then the next day I do the editing, and then on the final day I record the commentary, which I'm doing now, the final stage of the video. Anyways, I sat there, I was like, okay, let's do some drawing. I wanted to draw. I had the paper, I had the pen, the lights were set up, the cameras were there, ready to go. I wasn't hungry, I didn't have to go to the bathroom, I didn't have any other physical or worldly needs distracting me, right? I was ready to go. Nothing was stopping me except that I didn't know what to do, right? I guess this is what you could call artist block. And but the weird thing is, like, the frustrating thing about artist block is that there's not actually a block there, right? Like if there's ever like physical blocks in our lives, like an actual block, you can push it, right? That's the frustrating thing about calling it artist block. You can start pushing at it or doing something about it, blasting away at it, pouring acid on it, trying to dissolve it, walk around it. But with artist block, it's not actually there. What do? How can you walk around something you can't see or that doesn't actually exist? So I sat there for like 4 hours, not really doing anything.
Okay.
Fiddling away with different stuff on my desk or on my computer, I don't know. And I think it's because I had all these grand plans. Like every time I sit down to make a new video,